And we are now joined by General Michael Logico, the Assistant Exercise Director of Balikatan 2025. He's now on the line. Sir, good morning and thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Yes, sir. General Mike Logico, the Barefoot General, sir. Can you give us a quick walkthrough of ano yung mga significant portions ng Balikatan for this year? Kasi as far as the public is concerned, I think this is the first time we are seeing, for example, the Mistral missile being used, and I think this is by Filipinos, no? And then you also have the NMESIS. Can you give us a run through of the firsts sa Balikatan 2025?
Yes. So there are some significantly new events that are being conducted right now in Exercise Balikatan. First of all, it is our full battle test. So the command and control exercise is integrated with a field training exercise. So
Okay.
whatever it is that we planned for last year, that is what we are going to execute now using a plan that was developed in last year's Balikatan. So we have a command and control element in the two joint task forces that are providing leadership and command and control over the component forces that are conducting the field training exercise. So for the field training exercises, we have six combined and joint all-domain operations. So we have two maritime key terrain security operations up north, in the islands of Fuga, Calayan, Itbayat, and Basco, and
Batanes.
Batan Island. We also have the same exercises being conducted west of Palawan in the island of Balabac. Meron din tayong dalawang counter-landing exercises both in Apari, Cagayan, and also in Rizal, Palawan. We have a integrated air and missile defense exercise which we just conducted last Sunday, and also a maritime strike. We'll sink the former BRP Miguel Malvar off the coast of Zambales, which is beyond 12 nautical miles. So what we just completed right now was the multilateral maritime event, the group sail, na katatapos lang kahapon, and we've successfully accomplished that. We also had a logistics exercise in the combined and joint logistics operations over the shore. So all of this, you see, it's a very comprehensive exercise that involves not just maneuver but also communications and logistics.
Yes, sir. Sir, in layman's terms, sir, what you're saying basically is, and tell me if I'm getting this right, it's not just the bang bang. Kasi may CNC integrated with the bang bang. Sorry for putting it that way. Command and control integrated with field training.
Yeah, you can say that. So it's a combination of live fires, virtual and constructed events. So tama, hindi lang paputok, but it also involves a lot of maneuvers, a lot of heavy lifting of equipment and personnel from point A to point B. Okay? So yung sinasabi mong bang-bang, those are what we generally consider as fires. Okay? So those are there. We have several war-fighting functions. Anything that you see that flies and then may mga projectiles, may sumasabog, ang tawag namin dyan yung fire war fighting function. When you see things moving from point A to point B, things being loaded into transport aircraft or transport vessels, that is what you call sustainment. Okay,
Yes, sir.
It's a logistics exercise. When you see things like mga ships that are traversing through our maritime waters beyond our maritime waters into our EEZ, we call that maneuver. Okay, so it's a combination: fires, maneuver, sustainment, command and control, and then when you hear my voice, that's information operations. Okay, so those are IO. So it's a combination of several functions that define what we do in war fighting. So it's a very comprehensive exercise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kasi a lot of people don't realize that it's not the explosions and the launches that really make the win the battles. It's deciding where to shoot and how to deliver the ordnance and when, and as well how to get the ordnance to the right place to begin with, which is logistics. I understand meron kayong replenishment at sea also being conducted or was conducted. Is that for the first time here in Balikatan?
No, that's not the first time. Replenishment at sea is one of the naval operations being conducted during the maritime multilateral maritime event. So hindi lang RAS, meron din tayo mga DIVTACs, gunnery exercises, well-deck operations, cross-deck landing operations.
Cross-deck landing.
And, yes, cross-deck landing operations, and search and rescue, SAR. Okay, so all of these are activities that they go through during the multilateral maritime exercises. And aside from that, we're also doing a lot of wargaming. We're also doing command post exercises in a secured and classified space. So there is not only the physical, the things that you do see, those kinetic events, but there are also non-kinetic events. The things that you do not see, which are subject matter exchanges, foundational military training on classroom instructions, and also a lot of wargaming, tabletop exercises, and also map exercises.
Sir, my last question. Itong, I don't know how you pronounce this, NMESIS, Navy Marine Expeditionary Ship Interdiction System that the U.S. brought in for the Balikatan. Is there any chance that we're going to be keeping that here?
I have absolutely no idea if that's the case. I can only speak for the exercise. I cannot speak for what happens after the exercise. So right now we have successfully conducted a rapid insertion of the Nemesis in a challenging environment, and we have successfully deployed it. This was not only a logistics exercise, but also a feasibility proof of concept. If it was possible to bring these assets up to our northern islands to provide the proper operational reach beyond our land area and into our territorial waters.
This is, sir, an anti-ship missile or tama ba? An area denial missile.
Yes, it's a surface ship denial asset.
Tapos, sir, will this be the one used for the Malvar?
I cannot say that for now. We have a lot of the assets. A lot of assets will be used in the maritime multilateral maritime event.
Okay.
Okay. Meron tayong mga ginagamit na mga ship to ship or surface to surface missiles from the Philippine Navy. We are going to be utilizing the Sea Star, the Spike NLOS, and we will also be using air to surface missiles and rockets from our aircraft, F-15s, F-16s, and we will have some experimental assets as well, But you have to understand, in exercises like this, iisa lang yung target natin. So we will try to maximize or exhaust whatever assets that we can use against our target before it sinks. Kasi once it sinks, then the exercise is over.
Yes, sir. I understand, sir. Okay, sir. Maraming salamat for joining us this morning, General Michael Logico, the Assistant Exercise Director ng Balikatan 2025. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.